up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Toonami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Today's video is all about Super Saiyan 2 as a whole, the whole category, because yeah, that's right, it's becoming a category over on Global. It's already been one on JP for quite some time, and there is a new leader that's going to be showing up. Well, I mean, every category leader for Super Saiyan 2 would be new, theoretically. But because of the fact that we are going to be getting the Majin, Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, well, presumably. I don't know if we can still say 100% if they're actually showing up. I guess technically speaking, they could still make changes, but it's all but certain that we're going to be getting Majin, Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 2 Goku in about 4 days, 5 days, depending on when you're watching this. And so this video is going to be all about Super Saiyan 2 as an entire category, because it is now going to be one that fully functions. And this is going to be a preview using some Super Saiyan 2 units on an event. So let's begin by first taking a look at the unit itself that is going to be the first leader for the Super Saiyan 2 category over on Global. Meet Majin Vegeta, or Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who turns into Majin. This guy is a Super Saiyan 2 category lead as well as a Resurrected Warriors category lead, which is awesome. Super Saiyan 2, Ki +3, 170%. There are not too many Super Saiyan 2s, so it is okay that they do this for now. Final Flash, raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 100%, plus an additional attack boost by up to 60%. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. And an additional defense boost by up to 60%. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 30%. When performing a super attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained. Power up with Babidi's magic when conditions are met. Okay. Powering up. Power up with Babidi's magic when facing only one enemy whose HP is 80% or less, starting from the 3rd turn from the start of the battle. So this is going to be the first unit that transforms and stays in the opposite type. I did mention recently how this guy was going to be the first unit in Global to change from Super to Extreme. I failed to specify, I guess, the whole Tapion thing. Tapion, when you're below 50% HP, you transform from a super type to an extreme type when you become Hirudegarn, but then you go back. When I was explaining that, I did have in the back of my mind that in mind, because I meant to say that this is the first unit of its kind that will transform and stay that way. So this guy's going to be going from a super unit to an extreme unit, and he's going to stay that way. So when he does, he becomes Majin Vegeta, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage with a high chance to stun the enemy. And then his passive also juices up attack and defense plus 120, plus an additional attack boost by up to 77%. The more HP remaining. Oh, oops. I think I screwed that up. Okay, so previously I mentioned the less HP remaining, everything gets stronger. No. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. Okay. So when you're dominating and you've basically taken no damage, you get even stronger. You're basically going full force. And then when you get backed into a corner, you get more defense. So that's what I meant. Reading is hard. The more HP remaining, the greater the attack boost. And an additional defense boost by up to 77%. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost. Okay, so it changes from 70 and 60 to 77 and 77... Oh no, 60%. 60-60. Why do I suck at reading, people? Attacks effective against all types with 3 or more key sphere. That's a cool one. I don't think we've ever had that before. We've got attacks effective against all types. That's typically a Fusion Gogeta trait. So it's nice to see that here. And then with the stipulation of the 3 or more key spheres, that's a nice new one. Fresh. Guard activated against all attacks with 6 or more key spheres obtained. I like this. I like this a lot. This is very different and very unique. So this right away makes me like this unit a hell of a lot more. I mean, he's already Vegeta, and I love Vegeta. But the fact that he has this makes this very interesting. Now there's a whole new element of strategy involved. You don't just have to go for getting a super attack. You also have to make sure the manner in which you get the super attack, that could very well dictate life or death for you. So if you have like 3 key spheres needed to get a super, you still might benefit from getting 6 instead of 3 with this. I really like this. I really like this passive a lot. So obviously he gets stronger. Now let's take a look at the Super Saiyan 2 category as a whole. So there are not too many when you look at this compared to other categories, but still quite a few. Unfortunately, I am missing 50% of the LRs that fit into this category. I have the 2 Gohans, I don't have KSC, and I don't have Majin Vegeta, which is a bummer. So today's video regarding a team that runs in the Super Saiyan 2 category is going to be a little different than what you may expect. You probably have one or two of these, or maybe all of them. So when you see my team, you'll understand why I had to make some adjustments to accommodate. But yeah, so 4 LRs and then a bunch of TURs. Very limited in the super int department. Well, int in general. There's no extreme int. So we've got semi-limited STRs, and then the rest are pretty much okay. And then some stuff down here. So now let's take a look at the team that I'm going to be running in Dokkan right now, sort of as a preview, like I mentioned, for Super Saiyan 2. Since I don't have KFC and since I don't have Majin Vegeta, I can't run a 4 LR squad. So instead, what I decided to do was run a Kamehameha team, which is honestly probably what a lot of you are going to have to do when these units do drop eventually, when their banners drop, and you possibly are not able to pull these units. You got to think of some other ways to get around that. So this is a good way to circumvent the whole category issue. You can bring a dual-led Kamehameha team with this guy, the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. That's if you have him, of course. If you don't, you could use the Easy A version, which is the STR1. That's a good substitute. And this is the team. We've got the LR in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the other one, the Walker, the White Walker. Because, hang on, before you freak out, the color of him is generally white here because of all the light, and he walks. The White Walker. I'm sorry. And then transforming Goku, he's Super Saiyan 2. The reason why I brought this guy was 2 things. One, he's rainbowed, and I wanted to bring the rainbow just for some more, pretty colors. I like having rainbow units. But the other thing is that this guy will, I have a feeling this guy's probably going to get his Easy A sometime around the time that we have these new banners, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments. But he is actually a really, really, really good unit for Super Saiyan 2. So let's actually jump back to the Dokkan Wiki. This is how he looks right now. So what you're looking at when you look at my game is you're just going to be seeing this garbage, right? Causes immense damage. That's the only reason why I really have him. He causes immense damage, and then TEQ and STR key +3. When he gets his Extreme Z Awakening, he becomes an all-type sleeve, but that doesn't matter. He raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and then all allies key +3. So he's a key support, and then he gives himself some juice here, and then also he gives himself even more juice because of all this. So you don't have to have him be your main source of damage, but he's a nice unit to have floating around because you're typically going to have 2 supports on a team. This can be your 3rd flex unit that you have show up every, like 4 turns or something like that. And when he shows up, he will raise attack and defense for 1 turn, he'll do a bit of damage, and then he'll protect himself because all the rest of your units are Super Saiyan 2 categories. So this guy's actually pretty good. But as of right now, he's still not that strong. But just try to keep that in mind. That's why I'm bringing him on the squad. He is pretty decent, and by the time we actually have to use a Super Saiyan 2 team, he's probably going to be getting his Easy A. Then I've got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Teen. I couldn't rainbow this guy even though I can. He's at 90%. I could get him to 100%, but I don't have the orbs. I'm just in this weird like Twilight Zone when it comes to my orbs. Usually it's the STR orbs that I'm short on. Everything else I'm good. Of all things, I'm missing physical orbs now. Physical orbs was always the one orb type that I had just a bunch of orbs for. Now I can never seem to find any. So this guy is at 90%. He's really not meant to do much other than using his passive. All allies attack and defense plus 35%. That's pretty huge. That might be one of its kind. Let me know in the comments if there's anyone else that has a similar passive. I don't think anyone else can do that. He greatly raises attack and then causes sprint damage. That doesn't matter. And then finally, last but not least, the tournament. The World Tournament Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman unit. This guy is awesome. Key support, stat support, enemy debuff, enemy nerf. I love this guy. So that's the team. We're going to be jumping into the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Dokkan event just for fun, just to see how this team runs. I mean, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is basically a Kamehameha team showcase, but because we're going to be getting Super Saiyan 2 very soon, this is pretty much a good time to be experimenting and preparing, because once he drops, everyone is going to be switching to Majin Vegeta or TEQ, whatever, Vegeta. No, he's TEQ. And you're going to feel left out. And if you don't have the unit yourself, well, this is a way to help with that. Although, you couldn't run this. You couldn't run this with Majin Vegeta. You would have to change it up. If anything, you might have to use the transforming Goku as your... You know what? Let's have this dude go first. Let's see how well he can do by himself. You might have to have the transforming Goku, this dude right here, he might have to be your leader, but then once Vegeta transforms into Majin, I think you're... Yeah, he's gonna turn evil, so he's not gonna get the benefits of the of the transforming Goku. So actually, how would you fix that?
Calculating.
Is there an all types lead in the Super Saiyan 2 category? Well, I mean, you know what? You could run the unit that I just talked about, the TEQ Super Saiyan 2 Goku. When he gets his EZA, he becomes an all types keep 50% across the board. So that could work. Who else could you use?
Calculate.
Oh, you know what? No. You could run the transforming Vegeta. So I decided to go with the Kamehameha team, but you could also run a Pure Saiyans team, and you could have the transforming Vegeta be the lead. That way, once Majin Vegeta transforms, he will still gain the benefits of being a Pure Saiyan. So that's actually that's a good way to get around it. Yeah, you'd have to run transforming Vegeta. Whew, that's a close one. Because it's not every day that you have to think about that, right? When you're running a team, you're thinking about, I mean, I can't wait for them to transform. Once they do, they're going to get even stronger. Now, when you've got this Majin Vegeta dude, you got to wonder, okay, he's going to transform. Does his new transformed state still fit our category? And actually, would he be eligible? I have not seen JP players do this. Would he be eligible to run both Extreme and Super type SBRs in Season 1? I'm guessing he couldn't be on the Super Battle Roads where you have to bring an Extreme team, because he starts out as Super. But he would be able to run a team as a Super unit and jump in, and then once he turns Extreme, all hell breaks loose. That's funny. Let me know, JP players, what happens with that? Let's take a look at this dude's stats. Yeah, no passive. He's got no percentage passive, so yeah, it's actually pretty good. Almost 100k and almost 50k defense. That's pretty good. All right, so I think one more round to go, and then this team showcase is done. I actually don't know if we picked the right event. Maybe we should have done the Cell event. That might have been more appropriate, actually. Having a bunch of Super Saiyan 2s run against Cell. Okay. I thought we... Oh, this is my guy. Oh, I got confused. I was like, wait, why is my Gohan attacking? I had him in the last spot. All right, there we go. There you go. All right, now we're fighting the final fight. All right, this Super Saiyan 2 Goku is putting in work. I like it. Let's keep it going. How much is he going to tank a super attack for? I'd love to see that. Nope, not going to see it. And his attack does 700k on a crit. That sounds about right. 700k on a crit. Pre-ZA. Keep that in mind. I think we just had the Int Super Saiyan Trunks. So with that, the next batch of easy area units that are going to be getting upgrades for that set of hero extermination units, I believe will be the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. 3 versions of the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, which seem perfect to release during the Super Saiyan 2 banners. So yeah, there you go. We'll have the non-AGL Gohans go first, and then we'll have the AGL Gohan clean house at the end. I think we can take him out before that, because we've lowered the enemy's defense. But oh, no. You know what? This is not an extreme enemy. We can't lower its defense by 50%. Had that been a Cell, we probably would have been done with this attack. Or not. Maybe not. All right. It's kind of ironic we're ending this on the most pathetic member of the team, but hey, this is just a sign that great things are awaiting this terrible Super Saiyan 2 Goku. And if he's doing this well now, oh, you can bet he's going to be that much better once he gets his awakening. And oh, wow, really? You couldn't kill him? 66k? Dear God, how big is the damage reduction on this guy? That's a bit much. All right, there we go. Now we're done. 500k. Yikes. That took way too long. Anyway, there you have it. That is the preview for the Super Saiyan 2 category. Like I said, I'm not using the very best and most powerful units. This is a team that is a clever way to circumvent the Super Saiyan 2 category issue if you don't have the Vegeta, like when he drops, if you can't get him, or if you just don't have enough units and you need to think about it another way. Well, here you go. This is how you look at it from a different perspective. Super Saiyan. The one thing that I will say that I really like about having a billion categories, even stupid ones, is that there's more than one way to approach a team build for a category, which is very nice. And I hope that they continue to add more units that do different things where you can have more flexibility and do things like this. Kamehameha, I mean, Kamehameha is one of the better categories in my opinion, and this is one of those reasons because you can apply the Kamehameha category to assembling other types of teams. Ergo, Super Saiyan 2. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments the answer to this question that I mentioned earlier in the video. Would you think Majin Vegeta should be allowed to be in both Super and Extreme class Super Battle Roads once he drops? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you already know the answers to this because you're a JP player, then feel free to just give your thoughts on it. What would you think to the idea of having a unit that can function in both types of SBR? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it.
Calculating. Calculating.
Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.